We settled Mars over a century ago. Making this dusty rock our home wasn't easy, but the promise that led us across the void was freedom. Something my family's bled for many times.
Hello there, Sarah from 17 once again, introducing you to the next section of my Red Faction Armageddon Insane Difficulty video walkthrough. And we're now in the sewers, and we're attempting to find the elevator to Kara, which is the way out of the sewers. And anybody that played the demo will recognise this section of the game fondly, because it's exactly pulled straight from there. And the reason we've just picked up that weapon there, the grenade launcher that doesn't damage the scenery, is because some of the sections on this area will involve you walking across platforms that if you destroy them and you don't repair them, you will fall down and die. So it's entirely up to you how you want to play this bit. I personally don't really give a shit, so I blow things up as I normally would and carry on about my day, because I don't like that grenade launcher because the grenades bounce around really weirdly. But nothing on this level's too difficult, too challenging. It's just your general traversal stuff, repairing, shooting, using your magnet gun, being Darius Mason to the best of your Darius Mason abilities, and picking up stuff, upgrading if you have enough, making sure that you get all the salvage that you can. And if anything too interesting or too important crops up, I'll tell you how to deal with it. But I've pretty much gone over the strategy of this section in the demo run through, and there wasn't too much to it aside from, run past a lot of the fights, kill the ones that are in the immediate vicinity, and just enjoy it as best you can. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the review of Friends with Benefits that I gave in my last video. And for the people that are still on the fence with what I said, who are thinking, it sounds alright, Chris, but I'm not that fucking interested, truth be told, I've got one more factoid to add to it that I completely blanked on because my mind is kind of weird at times. And that is Woody Harrelson. And for people that don't know Woody Harrelson, he's been in a whole bunch of movies. The guy is a great actor, and he's also a really, really funny comedic actor. He's been in Kingpin, he's been in a bunch of stuff, and he's always been kind of good. And in this film, he plays the sport editor of the magazine that Justin Timberlake works for. And you're probably thinking, yeah, it's already cliched, we're not interested whatsoever. But the thing about it is, he's gay. And he's overly manly gay, so he's not, effeminate, he's not ridiculous or anything, or, just hyper-fantastical for no reason. He's just the manliest, sportiest guy that every so often, it's not even a word, every so often, just mentions how he'd like to suck someone's cock, or keeps asking people if they're gay, and all the way through the film, he steals every scene that he's in because he just nails the mood, the theme that he's going for with his character, and it's absolutely genius. Because he keeps asking Justin Timberlake if he's gay, and they go to this photo shoot where there's all these muscle guys in like banana hammock thongs where they look like they're selling fruit, and they're all stood there, and he's like, come on guys, show me like you mean it, and they're all taking photos and that. And he's proper getting excited, and then they need the ladies to enter the shot who are all dressed in similar attire, and if you're a straight guy, you'd be equally as enticed by them, and absolutely lovely ladies and what have you. He's like, okay then ladies, you can come now. It's almost like they ruined the scene for him because he's too busy focusing on these guys, and it's really funny. He really does steal the entire film for me, and he's a fantastic actor, so just check it out. But just keep moving on. So when you come through here, there's going to be a cutscene, and it's going to be introducing you to the guys that didn't want you to be where you are. And a lot of this section from now on, you can pretty much run, and you're going to notice that I'll roll every so often if I think I'm about to get hit or take damage. Just roll a little bit, run a little bit, jump if you have to. It's entirely up to you how you want to do it. Rolling is better than jumping because you're less of a target and you cover more distance. And if you've bought the abilities to take more damage when you roll, it can be a lifesaver sometimes. So for all intents and purposes, we're going to be running this entire section until we get into the mech. And the mech is just down here, and now from now on the rest of the level is a cakewalk. So I'm going to talk about some gaming news because it's something I started doing in some of the earlier guides, and I have not done it for a while. I've been off the circuit for a bit when it comes to bullshitting through my videos. And behind me I have Xbox 360 Achievements website up, so I'm going to run from there, and I'll just be hopping through different news sites and giving my opinion on the news. So here he does, rotating his chair, because we've got a good solid 8 minutes to to talk news. I'm going to be upgrading some stuff now, so just bear in mind what I get if you want to imitate my run through. Oh, I'm not buying anything. I tell a lie. So, the first bit of news you've got here is Battlefield 3 Operation Guillotine. Xbox 360 gameplay trailer blows up. It's Nightfall combat footage to check out. I've not seen it, so I can't really comment on it, but I'm sure it's very nice. Second news story, we've got next week's Rock Band tracks are pure Nirvana. Nirvana tracks to celebrate 20 years of Nevermind. And I'm sorry, I mean, if you like Nirvana, that's cool. I've got no against Nirvana, except for the fact I think they're absolute dog shit. And Rock Band does not need any more Nirvana. If there was something in the game that I could say they've got enough, it's fucking Nirvana. The only thing they've got more of is Pearl Jam or something like that. And I just don't understand who chooses the songs on these fucking games. And I do realise that they look at it from a commercial success point. So a Nirvana album or a Nirvana song is probably going to sell millions because there's loads of people that like them. There's loads of people that got into the whole grunge era in the early 90s and all that good stuff. And it's probably going to make them some good numbers. But the way I play Guitar Hero is not dependent on necessarily the music I like. When I say Guitar Hero, it's Rock Band. You know what I mean. Same with Rock Band, only I don't really like Rock Band because the timing window on the game is fucking heinous. But it's a case of, I play the games to get better. I play the games to play the songs that are super challenging or super fun. And I don't think I've ever played a Nirvana song, unless maybe on drums, that's been super challenging or super fun whatsoever, because they're just dull and fucking boring. And Nirvana aren't exactly known for the virtuous guitar nature, so everything's kind of standard chords and simple progressions and what have you, so it's not exactly the most stimulating of song. And then you've got a band, you know, some of the more eclectic bands, some of the more heavier bands that they could be putting on, that have got ridiculous solos, ridiculous riffs, super fun bits to play, and they just completely ignore them. Like, I don't even think there is a single Cradle of Filth song on a rhythm game, and there's probably a lot of people going, Cradle of Filth suck dick, that's why there's no Cradle of Filth songs on a rhythm game. And a couple months back, I would have probably agreed with you, but I'm going through a massive filth phase right now. I've just suddenly started to appreciate them a hell of a lot more than I used to. And there's just so many cool facets in their music that could be put into this game. And it's the reason why Guitar Hero 3 is held in such acclaim, because it had Dragon Force songs, and it had songs that were massive and crazy and hard and really fun to play. And they kind of lost that towards the end for garbage fucking killers songs and bullshit songs, like songs that you're sitting there for a full minute with note to play because there's a bloody keyboard. There's something stupid like that, and yeah, I don't get it personally, but if you like it, then you're in for a treat. So the third bit of news is Saints Row the Third getting playable Tomonobu Itagaki, who is obviously the guy that created is it Team Ninja and Ninja Gaiden games, the psycho dude with the long hair, the leather jackets and the sunglasses. So that's pretty funny. I have absolutely no idea how they've managed to swing it, but it could be kind of cool. Then the next one is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion 5th Anniversary Edition, out later this month. The European release date is confirmed, so if you like your Oblivion and you like your Elder Scrolls stuff, you should be picking that up definitely. I personally am not the biggest fan of the Elder Scrolls. I know that's kind of sacrilegious in a lot of circles. I had Morrowind, so it's not like I'm a hypocrite. I didn't like it. I got Oblivion for the achievements. I didn't like it. I got Fallout and I loved it. No idea. It must be because it's not about fucking wizards and witches and shit. So the next one is Soulcalibur V. TGS video says hello to Astaroth. Obviously that's the axe-wielding guy from the old games. Not really too bothered about that. New Rage trailer counts the bodies. So for anybody that doesn't know, id Software, the people behind Doom and all the revolutionary, the forefathers of the first-person shooters, new game is Rage. I think it's coming out on Bethesda's lineup, and it's looking pretty beast, so they're giving it as much market value as they can. Look at me getting my shit pushed in the machine. There is no reason to ever die in this mech. It is so overpowered. And then we've got Arkham City, new gadgets and new villains revealed. So we've got Deadshot joins the growing gallery of criminals. I'm going to click on this because I don't know this story, and there's probably people that might be interested because this game is going to be the shit. But I'm uploading right now, so I don't know how long the internet will take to show me the video. Here we go. So this news comes directly from game trailers because they seem to have, you know, every corporate cock in their mouth and get all the good news. Reveals a host of new gadgets. We'll have access to, yes, we get that, remote electrical charge that can power machinery and create electromagnetic fields. That sounds pretty cool. Some of Mr. Freeze's technology enables the Dark Knight to create ice platforms and freeze enemies, so that's kind of cool as well. 12 new gadgets in all. Rocksteady revealed somebody's going to be playing the hired assassin Deadshot, who apparently never misses. I never miss. You'll find murder scenes around Arkham City where you'll have to use Batman's detective skills to figure out who's on Deadshot's assassination hit list. How fucking awesome is that? Check out the still below to see what Deadshot will look like. It looks a bit like a twat, but I'm excited, it's very cool, and yeah, cannot wait for that game. And don't be dropping any comments saying, are you making a guide for it, because that is like asking if a bear shits in the woods, if the, you know, the Vatican protects paedophiles. It's that simple. I will be making a guide, and I cannot wait. So the next bit of news is Dragon Age 2 Mark of the Assassin story DLC unveiled. Never been a Dragon Age guy, as sacrilegious as that is, so I'm going to skim past that. And then we've got something to do with Formula 1, but I'm sorry, Formula 1 is about as entertaining as watching water circle down the drain. And I used to be into it as a kid, I've just grown out of it, so if you're a fan of it, I don't mean to offend you, but dude, it's cars driving in a fucking circle, super fast. It's kind of like farting in a wind room, I don't get it. So Sonic Generations TGS video goes back to the Mega Drive era. Let Sonic die. The dude had a good run, he birthed a console, he birthed a genre, he did a lot of cool things. Let him die. You've dragged him so far through the mud now, his ass is probably sagging from all the rapage. Just let him die. And then we've got new Metro, Last Light screens, Tunnel out of TGS. God, I hate the wordplay in these new stories. It's so gay. But the video is coming to an end. I've got another minute, so I'm gonna go through these. Let's have a look what we've got. God, this game looks nice. If anybody didn't play the first Metro, sure, the game was clinically broken at times, and it was a pain in the ass at other times. It didn't have the smoothest good mechanics for a first-person shooter, but the game looked good, and it was interesting. It birthed a great levels, really, really cool. It built a world that you believed in, and it built a world based on fear. And we've got a 74U here, so I wonder if everybody's going to be calling it overpowered. And the machine gun looks beast. God, I can't wait for that game. The first one had problems. If they fix them, it could be fantastic. It could be something truly beautiful. So I'm going to be continuing this new section because I'm nowhere near through the news on the next video. So if you're enjoying it, then, you know, check out the next one. If you're not, I do apologise, guys, if you wanted strategy on how to run around in a super overpowered suit, but there's not a lot you can say except for rape everything in the mouth. But as always, thanks for watching, guys, and you take care now.